All right, let's talk about the brand new forecast for the 2026 Social Security COLA. And yes, this includes retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, spousal, SSI, and VA benefits. In other words, more than 74 million people are waiting to see what kind of raise is coming to their monthly checks, and the numbers have shifted in a big way. We finally got our very first piece of inflation data, July's report. That's one of the three data points used to calculate next year's COLA. And honestly, it changed the game. The range I gave you about a month ago? Forget it. Things have tightened up a lot, and today I'm going to walk you through what the numbers are really saying and where I think that increase is actually going to land. Now, I know what you're thinking. Just tell me the number. How much more money are we going to get and when? Believe me, I want it to be a big number too. But here's the reality, and I'm going to be straight with you. First, let me give a quick shout out to some of you who reached out recently for free Medicare help. Donald Ellis, Crazy Critter, Santo Miami, Ruby Langdon, Ken Johnson, Michael Fernandez, Kit Kat, Miriam McGee, and Diane Martinez. Miriam's saving $100 a month, Ken's saving $174, Harold is saving almost $1,000 a year. The list goes on. If you're one of the 70 million people on Medicare, seriously, get your plan reviewed. Enrollment's coming up in just a couple months, and these plans change constantly. It's free, and it could save you thousands. All right, back to the numbers. Inflation, man, don't even get me started. They're telling us inflation is cooling, prices are down. And I'm like, where? Not at the grocery store. Not at the gas pump. Not in utility bills. We live in the real world, and the real world says prices are still going up. But the official reports keep painting this rosy picture, and those numbers directly affect the COLA. So here's where we stand. A month ago, before we had any official data, I said the 2026 COLA would likely be in the range of 3 to 3.7%. But now, after seeing July's numbers, I have to bring that down. My new forecast? Between 2.6 and 3%. That's it. A much tighter range, less than 0.5% wide. And look, unless inflation suddenly spikes over the next couple months, when we get the August and September reports, I don't see that range moving much. Honestly, I think they're massaging the numbers to make it look like inflation is under control so the Fed can lower interest rates. But the consequence for us? A smaller COLA. Now here's the tough part. If you're a lower-income beneficiary, say under $900 a month, don't expect to see much of anything. Why? Because the Medicare Part B premium is projected to jump $21.50. For many, that increase alone will eat up your entire COLA. It's frustrating, it's unfair, and honestly, it makes my blood boil. Year after year, they take whatever raise we're promised and wipe it out with Medicare premiums. That's not what the system is supposed to do, but here we are. So yes, technically everyone's going to see a raise, but for many, it'll vanish the second Medicare takes its cut. And I hate being the bearer of bad news, but I'd rather be real with you than sugarcoat it. I'll keep you updated as the next two inflation reports come out because those will give us a much clearer picture. By mid-October, I'll probably be able to narrow it down to just a couple numbers. But for now, 2.6 to 3% is where we're at. In the meantime, please, if you're on Medicare, give that number a call and see what you can save. Lawmakers aren't stepping in to help, but at least we can help each other stretch our dollars a little further. And when you do, drop a comment down below with the word chapter. Tell me your story, and I'll feature you in an upcoming video. All right, my friends, that's the latest forecast. Not the news we wanted, but I'll keep fighting for you and keep pushing out updates as soon as they're available. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Smash that like button if this helped. Share this with anyone you know on Medicare or Social Security, and I'll see you in the next one.